And live, I think. Yeah, live.
My dildo's at its finest.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go. Hey, I mean, it's Joy, and I need my guest.
What's up, fucking bitches? I'm Edgar, also known as Alita Battle Angel. Just we thought about talking about this. We were talking about this on Facebook, and I thought, it would be fun to just put this into a video together. And
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about this before I start mine? Because right now I'm thinking reboots coming.
I did. If anybody yesterday about the one news, I said, "Fuck!" Like, God damn it! I had to move forward that sequel. But one of them even bad.
I wasn't. To tell you the
Absolutely.
truth, sorry, interrupting. But to tell you the truth, I really wanted it to get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
After what happened of the second movie, hell no, that bitch doesn't know the fuck she's doing. Gal Gadot is a great actress. She does a great job on Wonder Woman, but her director cannot do a DC movie. And thank God she's not doing a Star Wars movie. I
Mm-hmm.
swear to fucking God, if she was doing Star Wars, it would have been worse than the fucking sequel trilogy.
Yep. By the way, I didn't remember, but we did get a follow up with James Gunn about the
Oh God, here we go. Okay, Hollywood Reporter story yesterday reported some true.
Some of it half true. Some of it
Trump.
not true, and some of it we haven't said yet whether true or not. Yep. But money different football over the next 10 years, so it takes time, we're just beginning. Being I told how into the studio, no, we're coming into flax environment, which I agree with that. Both in the story being told and the audience itself. And there will be unavoidable transitional period that we move into telling a cohesive story like film, TV, anime, gaming. The game is still worrying me the most, but I don't want everything to continue.
I'm a little worried about it too. I'm like, what type of gaming are you talking about? Are you talking about where you're going to produce video games that are going to be in the shared universe?
Yeah, like that's kind of like flat.
Granted, that is a cool. Like, I'll say this right now. I'll say this. It's a cool idea, but however, it's also a bad idea because you don't even know if it could be good or not. The difference is like when you look at all these DC games and or even Marvel games, it's all about the gameplay. It's all about the story.
Yep.
The story is just below average. Nobody's going to give a shit. Only a smaller fan base and just gamers in general that like to play multiplayer and play Call of Duty, man. I like to have Call of Duty, man. And fucking just absolutely go forward. I think that people like Marvel's Avengers game is the only reason why that games exist. It's just a multiplayer game.
Speaking of Avengers, yeah, here's the thing. It looks like Avengers dead. Christian man, no more Avengers on the plan for 2084.
Yeah, I had a feeling about that. I really did. I mean, they did as much as they could.
We're gonna do it. I hope so too, Natty. I hope so too.
I mean, judging on where it was heading, it was over.
So what? Yes, true. Yeah, but as far as this game concerned, yeah, the thing is dead. I suspect it began to also it was bad here, but honestly,
well, here's the thing: the game wasn't okay. The gameplay you had, it's just the story nobody really cared for.
Yeah,
and also it was a multiplayer game, so it was trying to go into that audience that people really like, and it worked, and it didn't.
Yep.
The biggest problem is it came out during a time where it was half finished, and when you have a live server, you upgrade yourself to a point where it's literally done. Now, since this thing is just no plans to do 2024 DLCs, yeah, I thought so.
Yep. Also,
What
because
about
the engine
2023?
actually went kaput. So they're only engine 5. So the engine, dead. By the way, we saw development and now request for the team members, only it's a deadline and unpaid overtime for like the world morale. Oh, this is very bad. Yep. This game is dead and buried, and it's finished.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, I mean, there'll probably be another developer makes another Avengers game, but I mean, I really didn't like the CW shows except Superman Lois. Oh God, the garbage fucking show.
Stargo
Uh,
ended the broke my heart.
The worst show out of. I'm sorry, I hate that show with a bloody passion because that show was hijacking Superman into. Actually, no, it was holding Superman hostage because he was never going to be on movies for the longest. Don't get me started on Supergirl. That girl, that show ruined. Completely missed the point of that character. But anyway, let's go back to James Gunn.
Yeah, look at James Gunn. I'm glad too. I'm pretty great.
Yeah,
yeah, also good. Oh, the only true part arc is what the 3 years. I have any idea speculation. That part you haven't said. You're right, Jared.
That is true. That is true. But the biggest problem is, I'm the one thing I will say, and I will flat out ultimately say it once, I'll say it again. Get ready for a reboot. I think James Gunn is playing damage control. I think James Gunn's not really saying the full truth. Because if, let's say he flat out said, oh yeah, we're not going to have Aquaman 3, we're not going to have Wonder Woman 3, Man of Steel is not happening, Aquaman 2 is not happening, Shazam 3 is not happening. Any of the characters that are getting the movies for this year going forward are not going to get any more sequels. We're going hardcore reboot.
Yep.
And you know what would happen? No one would show. No one would care. Look what happened to the X-Men movies. The moment Marvel Studios got their hands on X-Men,
baby.
I'm gonna say this. The last 3 X-Men movies, Deadpool 2, X-Men Dark Phoenix, and New Mutants, only one movie people cared about, which was Deadpool, and it was a great fucking movie on the second film, but the facts are no one cared about New Mutants, no one cared about Dark Phoenix. And that showed. Nobody cared. The box office was literally nothingness. They don't want to have that situation. Discovery wants to make money as much as possible. So
they're going to be in debt.
and that too. So they're going to try to recuperate as much money as you can, therefore giving the suspense of, don't worry, guys, we're going to make all these different movies. We're going to continue Aquaman, all this and that, blah, 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 and all that hunky-dory shit.
I think it's a soft reboot, not a hard reboot, because you say you want to respect what came before it. Yeah, I agree with that.
But here's the thing. If that's by that logic, all right, then explain to me, why did James Gunn literally posted a Lobo picture with the whole the whole Lobo situation with James Gunn, him posting that, and then going forward from there. Granted, at the same time, I'm thinking, and this is why I'm believing, I'm not going to, granted, if we go with a soft reboot, it's not going to really change anything. You're still going to have the shitty situation. If you want to beat Marvel, or you want to go in there where you're pushing Marvel's buttons, you have to make the big guns. That team. You have to make a new version of Wonder Woman, a new version of Superman, a new version of Batman. That's why I'm literally thinking, is James Gunn going to let Matt Reeves run wild with Batman? Or is he going to, no, bitch, you're not going to get your third Batman movie. And look at all the promotion that no one's caring about the Penguin series. They are going out of their way to do things that you, in my eyes, literally baffles me. I'm like, this is straight out ridiculous. What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And people's, like, the whole statement, oh, we're going to try to, what was that? Oh, try to come back the whole coming back from Balone. They made Kamala Khan. Oh, we'll go back to that comment. I want to go back to
Yeah,
that.
I think that for the Avengers game. Yep.
I want to reply back on that. It's not going to be a hardcore reboot. Can you go back to that? Say with that one. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, man, but him saying he wants to respect what came before, I think he's just playing bullshit land and bullshitting you because he's not telling you the full truth. If they were really if that was the case, why would Wonder Woman 3 would not happen? If that was the case, think about what you're doing. Think about what the lines are saying. Think about the lies, what they're saying, and they're actually telling you we are going to reboot it. Man of Steel 2 is not happening. Black Adam 2 is not happening. Jason Momoa is going to have a swan song because after the bitch queen herself tried to ruin a pirate, his career.
Oh yeah, Amber Heard, that shit.
It damaged Aquaman. So therefore, they're going to reboot it. It's not even a thought. The moment DC Studios was born, it was the death of the DC Cinematic Universe. Or the DCEU.
Here's the thing though, according to Hollywood Reports, 113 is not moving forward in its current incarnation. Now, what does that mean? My best guess in generality, it's the current incarnation we have now, probably Jenkins. That part in generality, their story probably like fall out the window. They could probably rewrite from scratch.
Yeah,
but this got to make Wonder Woman, but they may make the story James Gunn.
I don't know about that one.
It's possible.
I mean, now you're kind of saying that little logic. Maybe you could make another strip.
3094. That is true. Yep.
But I want to go back to that whole that other person said, the Kamala Khan main character. The reason why they made her into a main character is because she was, in a lot of ways, a new character that they want to go forward because she's basically the Kitty Pryde, the Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee for the Avengers.
Of the Avengers. Look at
in a way, the Avengers game would become an X-Men game, type of speaking, because we're in humans.
Yeah, you had a Sentinel. It was technically a fucking X-Men game. Just replace the X-Men with the Avengers, replace the mutants with the Inhumans. I mean, it was the same shit. And granted, at the same time, I had fun with it. I still do. Mm-hmm. I love playing Jane Foster Thor. I mean, I don't think they're gonna end the servers or just end the game. I think they're just gonna keep having you play the game, but just the rest is history from there.
Yep. Mona was still a born villain, right? Mona said a DS villain. Why use him of all people?
Yeah, but yet again, I do feel like the game should have had more things to come, but they really kind of.
That's another topic another day. We could do a entire discovery of why Ben's game failed.
Yeah, we could do that whole thing later. But anyway, let's go back to the whole.
Back to James Gunn tweet. Let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, right. P&I told down DC we were kind of fighting the environment, but when the story been told and on itself, this period and removed. Yeah, we read it. Sorry. Yeah. But in the end, the drawback that traditional period was dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what had worked in DC so far and how rectified what was not. Yep. Mm-hmm. We know we are not going to make every single person happy. Yep. Every step of the way. Yep. But we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish, we have shared all our lives. Yep. Final tweet. And for more answers about the future of the DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and the story the time and attention they deserve. And we also a lot more questions to ask and answer. Yep. End quote. God damn it! How about you and the other one for the watching when it's done?
My whole response to this is literally this: stop bullshitting me, James Gunn. You're really just going to reboot. You're playing damage control. You're playing all that stuff because you know that these movies need to make money for Warner's Discovery to give their fucking budget back or their costs back. Because I repeat myself and I'll repeat it again. I feel that personally what is happening is just the inevitable of where it's leading to. Now, if I get proven wrong,
what does it mean? I think for the Batman or Johnny for Superman
Matt
movie.
Reeves,
Yeah.
I believe he's going to be kicking the boot. Yeah, that movie was fucking brilliant. I love that fucking movie.
Well, that's my question today. Also, what the anime stuff? Because I'm more worried anime movies. Like,
I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be staying. I think that's gonna be staying. I think that's just gonna be fine.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. Yeah, we shall see. Yep. Yeah, but as for all the speculation at this point with the whole source of generating some treatment and all the other stuff, yeah, that's basically more the one stuff. I don't want to comment that, but I'm not sure we're sure that's in the future. We'll see. But after the rest of the stuff, for the rest of the Hollywood Reporter article, like I said, we don't know what's happening with the rest of the DCEU. These things too confusing. Fucking, let's go to DCEU for short because that's been people been calling for years. But who cares?
It was set for failure. It was set for failure, guys. It was set for failure. I mean, let's all look at the whole DC movies. I mean, you had one good movie. Actually, no, you have a few good movies, and that's really it. You had Wonder Woman, you had Man of Steel, Shazam,
BBS,
BBS. Actually, that's a little mixed bag. If you
it's a mixed bag.
I mean,
20 technically only happened because bullshit happened because the studio fucked his ass over, which.
But yeah, again, the problem is like they could have stretched it out. They could have given us more time. Like it's in a lot of ways, they fall on their asses.
Yep,
they fall on their asses.
If he was actually finish his plan, we would not be in this situation.
No, we wouldn't. We would already have a Justice League fucking movie. We would already have that shit, and I would be fucking literally popping the champagne, and you'll be like, "Oh man, greatness! We got to see not only Darkseid, but also we got to see fucking Brainiac." No, not Brainiac. No, actually, yeah, Brainiac would have been the Superman villain that would have come later after the whole Darkseid stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what you get. That's seriously what you get.
Yep. We got the United, which is the whole we were entering after the natural disaster. We're gonna find powerful team they become. We got to one after gas that save lives. And behind the world on edge. Yep. This is the one thing I hated. Like what?
I didn't like that either. I thought
why?
It was kind
of don't tell anyone with Jonathan and get
but actually, no. Yet again, at the same time, that would have probably fucked with you because that would have probably interaligned with your character too. And I'm like, that's awesome.
You enjoy myself, man. Yeah.
And I enjoy sometimes torturing you. Like, no. And I'm like, yes, fucking guy.
It's not a bad idea. Don't really destroy DC. Yeah, about that.
The yes and no, but I mean, it depends on what you're referring to.
Yeah,
Batman, I love DC in general, but if they don't
get that again, support the MCU. Yep.
In a lot of ways, they're already at that point. Would love to
Yeah.
have love to have seen Brainiac, but I love.
Love to see Dark Side, love to see Mythology, love to see Armor. Yep.
Yeah, I would love that too. I would love that too as well. But I feel like the biggest problem with Zack Snyder and everything, it's just they never played ball. They had their own
Yeah.
agendas. They really just wanted to just compete at Marvel, and they failed miserably.
Yep. They tried to
And
rush it.
they rushed it. They wanted to hell. There were even reports date back in 2012. God, it fucking sounds like 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago. It sure gives off that feel.
Yep.
But yeah, they wanted to go do their own direction with DC, and they wanted to make their Justice League movie right out of the gate because they wanted that Marvel Studios money, and they ultimately fucking failed.
Yep.
The problem is about what.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
I was gonna say something, but you go ahead. You
Okay.
can go ahead.
Yeah, we go at the fact of what we'll get in the movie. Like, part of me would like to see that movie 3 if they get rid of her Voodoo Lord says. Get rid of that, and I still get my boy John, then fine. I get my wish. And then we keep this story like have beginning, middle, end. Like, you got Snyder's film and Shorty, you get rid of Voodoo Lord says, like, that thing you waste. And I think Snyder would get rid of that because I think that was dumb. So I think he will get rid of that plan, which, thank God. But I think we look at all the other stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I can go and return to their lives. Yep. And we see guys sees at the God of War. By the chance can that comes out. Every day lots of about the pink feeling that man the way home. Interesting. Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, I did actually very interesting and fascinating thing about like a Twitter. Will actually came for information, represent the anti equation, or the life itself, whether it solved it, and you can do once in a while to make like meaningless, gun points at it and has his own head, and shoots him in the head. That's dark. Well,
Yeah,
one minute.
I mean, let's just kind of wrap this up because I'm gonna go do that Avengers fucking video
Yeah.
and just say my opinion on that whole thing.
Yeah, we got a science plan, the whole science plan, interesting, and I went all for the movie, the two movies. But at this point, I just moved on. Like, Snyder,
I mean, at this point right now, this is what DC needs to really do. And I said this before, and I'll say it again in my last video about this. What DC needs to do is to focus the Trinity: Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
yeah.
Make
My
movies
only
about
hope is
them.
a Master 2. That's all I want at this point.
No. I'm done. I'm done waiting for Superman, Man of Steel 2. That carnation is over. I want a brand new carnation. New take on the character. New everything. At this point, I'm done waiting for Man of Steel 2. Just as much I'm done waiting for Ben Affleck to become Batman in his own solo Batman movie. I'm done waiting for it. I'm done.
Yeah.
They went out of their way to ruin those two actors on their portrayals of the world's finest. And it's fucking spit in the face how they destroy the best female character in their movies, and they ultimately made the worst sequel on her first movie that spawned all these female characters that you have now. She's the reason why you got Captain Marvel, you have Black
Panther? Hello? Hello? Yeah, shit. I'm leaving you 5 minutes random much. I can understand that.
Panther, have Miss Marvel, all.
Uh-oh.
You there?
Yeah, your connection's going to hell.
No, your connection went down to hell.
That's odd. It's from mine on.
All right. Because you were going off. Mine was literally good. So.
Oh, weird.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, you were saying?
What I was saying is Wonder Woman was heavily butchered
Mm-hmm.
in the movies. Her first movie was spot on greatness. But
Yep.
then everything after that, I don't know what happened to Patty Jenkins. She got her fucking nutsack and fucking slapping herself in the face to the point where, in a lot of ways, she lost her fucking heart and soul. It's like Shang Tsung took the love and care about the character and made a soulless garbage movie. Predictable as ever. Made the worst version of Tigra or Sheeta.
Cheetah, not tiger.
Yeah, no, fuck me. But made the worst versions of these characters and only had fan service on comic book fans. Bring back Steve Trevor, which you could have just made a reincarnation of him in the modern day. That would have been just as good and just as better. She should have had the Captain America treatment, but she didn't. And the facts are, and it would make no sense is, okay, you're telling me she could fly, but yet it breaks all continuity of Zack Snyder.
It's not going to break that to weekend because Snyder never came out yet. It didn't come out last year.
No, we're going in the timeline of that universe. Wonder Woman 84 date back before the events of Batman vs Superman and Justice League. You're telling me she had all these abilities and she did not fucking utilize them?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
When she was fighting Doomsday or Cave Troll, should I say? Cave Troll himself, and I'm like, she couldn't just grab him and throw him into the fucking sun? Or grabs him. But yet again, at the same time, I'm done. I'm done waiting for this stuff. I don't want to see a Wonder Woman 3. I have zero interest on Shazam 2, zero interest on Blue Beetle, zero interest on...
Flash, that could be a train wreck.
I'm only watching that movie because I'm watching it because I want to see of curiosity. And plus, I want to see how well they do on Supergirl. So there's another reason.
I'm with you there.
But for me, I'm done. I'm done waiting. I'm literally like, my excitement of DC died off this news. The only thing I would be excited for is the Matt Reeves Batman movies. And the only thing I'm concerned about is James Gunn going to do what I think that he's doing? And that's exactly what I'm saying. Reboot is coming. There will be a point where I will be telling you all, and we'll be doing a video about this when time comes, and I'll be saying this, 2024, I'll be saying, hey guys, after you said your speech, I told you so. We were right from the very beginning. James Gunn is trying to play damage control just because of Discovery and all that shit. And yeah, I know I've been waiting for a Green Lantern 2, but a better one.
Same.
Green Lantern deserves a better dude. That character should be alone make a cinematic universe because
we should John Stewart, man. We put it John Stewart to Justice League, but the old regime said no.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just stupid. It's dumb. I mean, it really is. Like, I just hate the people. Now I'm looking at James Gunn. I'm like, please, I want you to do Green Lantern. I want you to do all these characters, but you have to start basic. Basic first. The first phase you need to go is just to the World's Finest and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and get a proper treatment of these characters. Because if you're just going to throw us ball on all these bullshit, no one's going to give a shit. The Rock wanted to make
Black Adam because that's the damn one, because we don't know if you're gonna Black Adam sequel or not. It's kind of like all over the place.
But to me, the Rock had it served his purpose. All he needed, all he needs to do is just to play that villain, and Shazam 3 is all good.
Yep.
But anyway,
Anyways,
I'm done now. I'm gonna go do my shit. I'm gonna go do some videos. Thanks for the fucking news about Marvel's Avengers. You should have told me this shit fucking before this shit all happened.
yeah, I know, but I just figured this now. But anytime. Yeah.
I do enjoy that game.
I should get my bomb bots. I never get my bomb bots first.
You go, fuck me.
Okay. All right. My bomb bot by DCEU concerned. I'm just gonna wait until next week because next week Jen is gonna talk to Discovery people, and we may get an actual plan. So when that news drops, I will make a follow-up video about that because I do want to talk about that. Because that thing I do want to talk about more. But after the DCEU,
yeah, we'll do like a sequel video about this. Is there hope for the DCEU?
Yeah, that could be fun. But I for this news, I'm just gonna wait see Evans. Like I only made a video one day, but I'm gonna wait until we get some more information. But and Body, what did you do? I'm looking forward to this event now. Fear the Gods, and Bubio. That's it. Like Flash.
Yeah,
Flash can go on the way more too. That's a coin toss.
I wouldn't blame you if you really like those two characters. I mean, like I wouldn't blame you. I mean, like I like Shazam, but I mean, like I'm not a big Shazam guy. I just thought the character is a really good character, very cheerful, very light hope, and all that hunky dory shit. Everything
I wouldn't even cut them all. Silly.
Yeah, you Captain Marvel crap, and I'm like, it's mine. Yeah, actually, to me, I always look at him Shazam or Captain Thunder when he was used to call that all that hunky dory crap.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, but besides all sides of this shit, I mean, I think personally we need to just look at the facts, and the facts are this: Marvel needs a competitor because Marvel, you may complain about Phase 4 or whatever. I thought it was a blast. I thought it was major improvement on Phase 3 because there was a lot of things I didn't like about Phase 3. A lot of characters got butchered. A lot of characters got wasted in their fucking trilogies. Besides everything else, what Marvel really needs is a massive push, and I just feel like Marvel is not getting that.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been riding the coattails of the winning game for far too long to a point where, you just want Marvel to improve, but, you just want the other guy to be better.
Yep. Only fans that I'm a joke. I gotta sign up.
That was it. The fuck?
Your connection went to hell.
Both our connections went down the hill. I think could have done a little bit better with Daredevil. Daredevil was fine.
Daredevil was fine. Daredevil was great.
Let me just say this because I just want to say a little bit of Daredevil and his show and everything about that. You guys wanted him back.
Yep.
You didn't say anyone else besides besides Kingpin and Daredevil. They're getting his show is getting a recast, almost all of them, which I'm very glad because anything to do with the Marvel Entertainment crap is very joyful. And yes, don't get me started on what happened to Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel, I accept her as a mutant because originally she was supposed to, but it was changed because the Inhuman agenda.
The whole Fox Marvel bullshit happened, and
exactly. Yeah. The whole Inhuman agenda because they didn't have the rights of X-Men, and they wanted to do it, so they just tried to make their own mythology. And once the Inhumans come, the Inhumans are going to be done the proper way. Just nothing more than the group, the royal family. That's it.
That's it. Not the race. The race is a failure.
The
So fuck it.
race was a fucking waste of time. It was just a cardboard copy of the X-Men, and it was a slap in the face of the X-Men fans. And I'm sorry, she would be better off as a mutant because all she really was good was like really just really good nutshell. She was the only thing good about the entire Inhuman agenda.
Yep. Everybody else were all expendable.
Yeah.
Pointless. Yeah.
No, don't get me started on
Eternals.
Eternals.
Eternals,
Eternals was fine. I don't know why you hate it.
I didn't hate it. I feel just.
But here's the thing. People shitted on the Eternals because the Eternals very complex.
Yep.
People don't like complex.
Yep.
The problem about that is what they did is they kind of changed what Jack Kirby did because and this is the same thing with when you deal with a very complex 70s books, you have it where it's sometimes too much for the
average reader or average
consumer. Sometimes I'm like, you're going way fucking Looneyville.
Yeah. Jack Kirby New God saga with all the complex as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And you come back about that.
And a lot of times, granted, since you mentioned New Gods, I think Kevin Feige saw that and just like, you know what, we just do our own New Gods as well. Let's do Eternals and go forward.
Yeah, it was a gamble.
It was a gamble, but it was like for me, like this is the one thing that served its purpose. It was a blueprint of what we could see for a future Avengers movie / Eternals film, or a Fantastic Four movie.
Yep, says it Galactus.
Yeah, and you could go for on that whole theory this is my theory. This is my personal theory, and this is something I should do a video about this. I think the reason why Thanos went genocide is because Thanos predicted and calculated that there will come to a point in the universe that a massive genocide will happen. And he heard the stories of Galactus.
Yep.
And that's something in a lot of ways could be really great. And Galactus is the end product of the Eternals. Oh, no, that's the Celestials, I meant.
The Celestials, not the Eternals. The Eternals will get crazy.
Like the whole Celestials. And like, think about it. When you look at Galactus, when you saw that moment where you see all the Eternals with the Celestial, I mean, it was almost like seeing Silver Surfer with Galactus. I mean, like it was so good. It was like you seeing a massive character with planets around him. I mean, shit, for crying out loud, that's right there. It's right there. All you need to do is just pull that trigger of doing fucking yours truly Galactus in the Fantastic Four and Avengers movies. It would have been fucking great. It would have been amazing. But the biggest thing is many people didn't like Eternals because one, they false advertisement, which that's no brainer. Two, they made the one of Icarus, I think I'm saying his name right.
Icarus.
Yeah. They made him look like the good guy in the trailers, and he's the main villain of the movie.
Really. Yeah, two main villains. The Deviant, who is not that interesting, and then the Icarus himself.
Yeah, and you find out their motivations very, very small.
Yeah.
But yet again, I mean, like, this is just no different on comic books. I mean, some of the motivations on certain characters are very small.
Anyway, as Chasm. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people will have their issues, but this is just no different. And for me, I like that movie a lot because one, it did a lot of things on getting the blueprints of Galactus, but also it talked about, this is something I'm a bit of conspiracy theory on. mankind was held by ancient deities and
Mm-hmm.
evolved to something even more to where we at right now. And you saw, this is just me, I saw a lot of people talking about that stuff, and I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it's literally right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the biggest problem with Marvel, this is something with Marvel needs to do. They need to have their shows be more of the forefront than their movies.
Yep.
Because I feel like the movies, if you want to throw Doctor Strange, you want to throw the Avengers, you want to throw Captain America's sequel trilogy with Captain Falcon,
Captain Falcon. Falcon, punch!
I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I mean, granted, I'm still kind of a little not happy that I'm like, you're telling me you're throwing the leader after you could have thrown in any Captain America villain in the movie.
Yeah, I'm stepping
Yeah,
off Hulk movie. Apparently,
I
the
mean,
why that stuff was Universal. Even name was also Universal. What? Why? I'm all fucked on the name was back. Jerks. Ugh.
and the problem is, I just kind of feel like would have been really cool if you did all that stuff. And you know, the lot of the hatred towards Marvel gets because they're centered around female characters. I'm like, I don't get the logic
I
because
don't know what they're gonna do.
if Wonder Woman can be successful and she's the reason why we're getting all these female superheroes, then why are we doing it? It's the way the writing is. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
The biggest issue I have with the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now is it's just the movies are feel like some of them you could easily skip on. Like I really didn't care about Ant-Man's movies. I saw the first movie, didn't see the second film, don't care about seeing the second film. The only reason why I'm watching
The
this
third
third
film.
film
Yep.
is because of one main reason.
King
Is
Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror. That's the only thing I give a shit about. And, you know, that says a lot. When you look at any of the Marvel movies right now, I'm looking forward to War Machine's film. I'm looking forward to uh, Avengers Sacred Wars and Kane Dynasty.
I think King
I'm
Down is
very
better than the Wars.
granted, it's just all the shows I'm most excited for. It's like the movies did what they had, but it's now the TV shows are more the forefront, and they should be the forefront for going forward because I feel like there are so many Marvel characters that should be redeemed. If you're going to bring back Daredevil, then you need to bring back a new version of Iron Fist because I don't want that trash actor coming back. Um, Jessica Jones, you want to bring her back, fine, but do the Luke Cage and wedding and have them get a kid and pretty much do the new Avengers in a lot of ways. And if you're gonna do
Punisher. Keep Punisher. Keep the actor Punisher. He's a good Punisher.
huh? Oh yeah, that too. And speaking about him, if you're gonna have him become War Machine, have him be that character to where he's Rhodey's partner. That would be the only thing I would be going forward on that because I was not a fan of the War Machine storyline in the Punisher comics. I thought it was just like, oh, I'm so ready, looking forward to Iron Man fucking taking care of his suit.
Yep.
But
Yeah, you
but,
weren't a fan of this.
I hated it. I thought it was garbage. It's a fucking insulting thing. I'm like, this thing is insulting. I'm like, oh, I loved it. Oh yeah, because you're a Punisher fan. You're not a War Machine fan. You're not an Iron Man fan.
I'm shocked that didn't happen. Why didn't I fight you?
Yeah, I'm shocked Iron Man didn't fucking shut down the suit. I was so excited to see it. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is the most bullshit storyline. It had to took James Rhodes to take it back, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yep.
But it is what it is. And granted, I mean, I don't think Disney is going to be doing Punisher storylines in his fucking show. because he's a fucking vigilante type character. He's a
the
character
most stupid
that
actor never.
he's a character that pretty much, if you did something, you're gonna die, but we're gonna torture you fucking first.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, I miss Marvel having Bush. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I think we're done now.
Anyway, you know, my problem with DCU, I'm gonna just waste it, Aaron. Hoping to be plan for the worst.
I hope I'm right, and I get to say I told you so.
Yep. And thank you for joining DCU discussion. Stay tuned for the Video Game Awards, which will be coming in 4 by now. We start at 7. So I looked it up and my time got fucked up. It was 7:30, not 8 o'clock. Time zone are confusing.
Don't worry about that. I'll be there. I'll be there because who knows? We might have fucking Mortal Kombat.
Or hoping Justice 3 maybe. Who knows?
No, is not doing so good. Oh
with it.
Are you doing the whole Peter? Tony, Mr. Stark? I don't feel so good. I'm like, every time, I'm like, dude, when that shit happened, I'm like, okay. And then I don't feel so good. And then he starts in his panic mode. And I'm like, oh, God, no. Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're going to die. No, I don't want you. No. He's gone. Thanks, Star-Lord, you fucking cunt. Guardians Galaxy is going to be fucking great.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be one of the last things that James Gunn's going to do in Marvel. And it's a good send-off for him. And
I agree. Like,
I mean,
granted, in his own way. I approve.
Granted, I mean, to be fair, I'm glad he's taking over DC, but I'm gonna be saying I'm gonna put my eye on him, and I'm just gonna say if you're gonna cancel Wonder Woman 3, I'm actually kind of literally like, are you actually gonna do what I think you're gonna do? Which I really want him to go do is just to reboot the entire DC universe. But we'll see. I'll see you guys next time. If you want to come down to the Elite Battle Angel, I'm doing Yu-Gi-Oh! The Road to the Midnight Suns game, and I'm also doing The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2, and we'll be talking about Part 2's ending.
Oh boy, that's check.
And we'll be talking about the future of Last of Us, and also I'm going to be doing some Castlevanias, Darksiders, Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk. I'm going to be doing that, and Kingdom Hearts, along with Mass Effect and the Witcher games. I'll see you later.
And we don't see, man. And you join me. Did you join me? Shoot Moga. Follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna go break that now. And join me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Night. Join me. For joining us. See you next time on Video Game Awards. And take care. See ya. Bye. Guys.